this near side, halfway inside their own half. Thrown back by Jamie Stott. Across now by Hunt to Shaw. Shaw with a bit of time. Tries to switch the ball to Cummins. Cummins takes it down well. Now it's played wide to Ian Howard. Howard taking on Mars. Howard plays inside. He finds Warburton. Warburton steps inside. Turnbull comes out. There's a right foot shot there. And it's just over from. Who was it who had the shot there? Is that number 7?
I think it was
Ryan Hall.
Yeah, it might have been Rowney. I'm not sure. It was a good effort. Only a foot or so over the bar. Wilczynski was grateful to see it go over the crossbar, I think.
Sorry, yes, it was Chris Rowney. Sorry, I couldn't really say the number there. But yeah, it was just over. Bailey deals with it under pressure from Ferguson. Cleared away on as far as Galbraith. Galbraith tries to put a low cross in, but it's blocked and then cleared away by Curzon. Gary Brown takes that down just inside the Curzon half. Nice turn by Ferguson, I think it is, who
yeah, Ferguson
had the turn there. There's a free kick to Darlow about 10 yards from the corner of the
had a bright start,
Ferguson on the far side.
Port was last week, isn't it? Same sort of position.
So we'll be looking to whip this in similar, hopefully for a similar outcome. He does whip this in right-footed. Cleared away by Curzon, is it? And the keeper deals with that just underneath his bar. It was hooked up in the air by the Curzon defender, and Hakan Burton did well to bring that down under pressure from Leon Scott. It's headed on by Josh Gillies towards Warburton. Warburton taking on Liam Mars just inside the box. Warburton gets to the byline, gets a cross in, comes to Hall, and Hall scored for Curzon Ashton. Ryan Hall. The ball was inadvertently flicked on by Josh Gillies. Matthew Warburton took on Liam Mars, got to the byline, got a cross in. It was partially blocked. Ryan Hall coming in from the penalty spot, fired it into the roof of the net. Darlington 0, Curzon Ashton 1.
Simple game, Andrew, isn't it? Long ball from the goalkeeper. Josh Gillies misdirected his header. I don't know whether he's having a problem with the sun that's up behind that goal, maybe, giving him the benefit of the doubt. Headed it onto Warburton. Warburton did enough, pulled it across the box, and Hall slammed it in. Goalkeeper, no chance.
Guard box.
Yeah.
Curzon know what they're doing, but did Darlow know how to defend against it? Wilczynski with a kick. Goes up towards Beck. Again holds up in the wind. It's headed forward. Cummins is in on goal. Gets to the byline. Cross blocked by Gary Brown, goes out for a corner. It's going to be Howard who whips this in. Good header, good ball in, sorry. Wilczynski manages to palm that away, and then there's a foul there by a Curzon player. It's a free kick to Darlow. It's a clash of heads, actually. Referee definitely gives the free kick to Darlow first, though. And not sure who's down for Darlow. 2
players down. Gary Brown waving on the physio quickly there with some sort of urgency, trying to get him on, but he looks as if he's walking off away, not too concerned now, so we'll have to do sort of process of elimination to work out who it is that's down. I think it's Ferguson. It's on this right back position. Mars trying to get forward a little bit. Mars knocks a diagonal ball towards the area of Mark Beck, but Beck's got 2 defenders for company, and they win the ball, and Gary Brown slid in and won the ball there, I was going to say, off Hall. I mean, he slid in aggressively, I think, but firmly, and certainly got the ball. The crowd aren't happy with that, and I can quite understand why. I mean, Gary Brown had to commit himself into the challenge, didn't he? But he slid in and got the ball clean as a whistle, it looked to me. Well, someone's going to have to educate me on the laws of the game here, because I think Gary Brown's going to take a yellow card here, presumably for, is it dangerous play you give there? But it's the middle of January. We're in the Vanarama National League North. It's a muddy pitch. He slid into a challenge and won the ball clean as a whistle. So someone's going to have to persuade me why that has to be a yellow card.
Hard to say. He won the ball. Maybe the ref thinks he stood her up, but if he stood her up, it's a red card, isn't it? So it's difficult, you know. So Brown's gone in the book.
You can hear what the tin shed make of that one, and
I thought that Brown challenging decision might have brought the tin shed a bit to life there. You know, a few more songs, get the team going, but
did briefly, didn't it, for a few seconds, but nothing after that. Ball over the top to Beck. Thompson competing for the second ball. Scott not able to get there for the third. It's plucked out of the air there by Cummins, who again finds Rowney and Darlington, a man down here, 3 against 2, and luckily Hall's touch was heavy, but Darlington looked really vulnerable on the counter-attack, I have to say. Ball outside, Phil Turnbull steps inside, plays a nice ball diagonally towards Thompson, but Thompson's going to get on there. The 2 defenders have made a hash of that. Thompson's got a chance to cross, lifts his head, puts the cross in. It's a nice cross. Beck's nodded it down in the path of Gillies. Gillies just challenge there. Ball comes back on the edge for Scott. Scott turns and he finds Turnbull 30 yards out. Turnbull's going to find Galbraith. Darlington patient. Galbraith puts the cross in. Beck's competing for it. Comes back around the outside to Thompson. Thompson fires it. It's gone all the way across and beat everybody. It's going to go out far side for a throw in. Thompson fired it across there, but it was probably a little too high for anyone to get on the end of.
As Gary Brown launches into the box towards Beck. Headed away by Curzon, goes out for a corner. Josh Gillies coming over to take this corner to the near side. Again, bringing two defenders out with him. Gillies now whips this in. It's underneath the bar, and Hakan Burton gathers that in. Gary Brown claiming that Burton had backed himself over the line with the ball, but not given by the linesman over the far side, and Curzon can break. Through Matthew Warburton down the right hand side. He's up against Leon Scott. Warburton gets inside Scott, shot by Warburton. It's only a yard over from Warburton. Unlucky from the Curzon striker.
It's a good effort from Warburton. It's very close, but he had all the room of Blackwell Meadows there for a simple throw from the goalkeeper, didn't he?
Ball's played forward now by Brown towards Thompson. Thompson inside towards Gillies. Gillies back to Thompson. Thompson plays it to Leon Scott. Leon Scott wide towards Galbraith. Galbraith sets himself, gets a cross in towards Thompson. Thompson heads it forward. It's just wide from Stephen Thompson. Great ball in by Terry Galbraith. Good header by Stephen Thompson, but it's again 2 or 3 yards wide of Burton's goal.
Hakan Burton had a look at that one going past his post, but he was getting nowhere near it, was he? He was nowhere near that one. It must have flashed maybe inside a yard past the post. Good header by Thompson. Good cross by Galbraith.
Galbraith, Burgess, Beck all in the 6-yard box. Throwing in towards Beck. Cleared away by Curzon Ashton. Falkingham up against Hall. Hall hooks it away from Falkingham. Leon Scott has to get there. Plays it back to Vilchinski. Vilchinski does well to clear that away, and then it's played across towards Warburton. He's onside. Warburton 1-on-1 with Vilchinski. Warburton puts it past Vilchinski. That's 2-0 to Curzon Ashton. He was definitely onside. The ball was played away by Vilchinski, bobbling. First time ball, I think it was by Howard, found Warburton in space, and Vilchinski dived to his left, but Warburton rolled it to his right, and it's Darlington 0, Curzon 2.
It's against the run of play. Darlington have been commanding in this opening 10 minutes. They've asked some questions of Curzon, but again on the break, the first ball, Leon Scott went and played the ball back to Vilchinski. In doing so, he was the furthest man back, and Vilchinski's clearance was solid. It went maybe 30 yards up in the air, but then Warburton was stood all on his own. Scott was still deep from playing him on from the first challenge, hadn't been able to get back out, and he had all the time in the world to slide it back, and it's disappointing for Darlington because they'd looked sharp in the second half when they'd come out.
So Gary Brown's going to launch this into the box. Brown finds Thompson. Thompson back to Gary Brown. Brown finds Turnbull. Turnbull just on the corner of the box, swings it in towards the far post, headed away. It's David Size attack that. It's a corner to Darlow. Galbraith whips that in. It's underneath the bar. Burton saves it. Tucked away again for another. Sorry, it's gone for a throw into Darlow.
Scully.
Gary Brown finds Cartman. Cartman plays it back, and Brown's going to set himself. Plays that into the box. David Sayers and Beck attacking it.
Finish.
Drops. It's cleared away by Curzon. It goes out for a corner to Darlow, is it? Is he giving a goal kick?
He's giving a goal kick. There's a chance there. Looked like a corner, didn't it? But I don't think the referee could have seen it.
Yeah, there's an almighty scramble in the box. Burton's kick again. Finds its way forward towards Warburton. David Sayers helped that on towards Thompson. Thompson wide to Galbraith. Galbraith's got Ferguson making the angle for him. Finds David Ferguson. Ferguson beats Bailey, but he's covered well, and Bailey clears that away. Now Curzon can attack through Hall. Hall down this right hand side. Phil Turnbull motor after him, but Hall's got the beating of him. Gary Brown loses his foot, and Hall gets round Brown easily. Plays it back to the penalty spot. It's 3-0 Curzon Ashton.
Simple game, Andy. Ball down the right. Gary Brown's unfortunate. He's slipped there. Hall's just jogged and jogged and jogged. Hasn't had to beat the man all the way through. Pulled it across from the byline, and it's been just slid into the far corner past Vilchinski. It's Darlington 0, Curzon Ashton 3.
Yeah, Brown lost his footing on the corner of the box there as Turnbull tried to get back, and Hall just played it back. I didn't see who the goal scorer was, to be honest.
I think we'll have to
Not sure
listen
who it
out. I
was.
don't know if it was Warburton got back in, I'm not sure. So Curzon buoyed by the 2 goals in this second half that they've scored, leading 3-0 so far. Comes to Turnbull to Ferguson. Ferguson trying to accelerate into a little bit of space, goes through the middle, looking, oh, that's good play by Ferguson. He's been brought down pretty cynically there. I think that'll be a caution. I think it was Connor Hampson who took one for the team, but Ferguson showed a little bit of acceleration and drove through the gap there. But there's still time left. More than 20 minutes to go. Turnbull on the ball. Turnbull clips it into the box. Cartman's in space. Cartman scores! Beautifully angled header there on the end of Turnbull's free kick, and Cartman's took that delightfully to pull one back for Darlington.
Yeah, great header by Nathan Cartman. Good ball in by Turnbull. 20 minutes left. Can Darlow do what AFC Wimbledon did?
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Turnbull knocked the ball in pretty straight, didn't take an angle on it, and Cartman just eased it into the far corner. Lovely goal.
The pitch unmarked, 6 yards out.
Comes back to Turnbull. Turnbull twists and turns in central position, trying to find some space, and his left foot cross is a good one to Galbraith. Galbraith just one-on-one on his man on the outside. He gets that cross in, which takes a deflection, and the assistant referee's flag goes up on the far side, and the tin shed cheers to indicate that Burton's carried the ball out there. I'm not at all sure that he did, but Thompson who's going to take it. 13 minutes to go. Thompson takes it front post, and it's going to be another corner. So Thompson's going to have another crack at this. Darlington trying to get a little bit of pressure going. Turnbull gets the ball from Thompson. Step over. Crosses it back stick. Burgess wins it, knocks it back to Sayers. Sayers has a shot that's just not able to keep down, goes over the bar. Clearance where he wanted it, so Turnbull picks it up. Turnbull twisting and turning under pressure from Hall, gives it to Galbraith. Galbraith coming down this left side, knocks it first time. Beck competes, knocks it down to Cartman. Cartman's been flagged offside. Assistant referee's flag on the far side. Nathan Cartman had stuck that in the back of the net for what would have been his second goal, but the assistant referee has stuck his flag up and waved him offside. I think Darlington are going to have a right good crack at this here. I wouldn't be surprised if there's more goals at either end. Turnbull to Brown. Brown's committed his man, steps inside. Brown's got a chance to come inside and shoot here. He does shoot, and that's just gone a few inches wide.
Took a deflection, so it's a corner. Looking from Gary Brown.
Darlington kicking towards this tin shed. Galbraith puts it into the box. It's well clear by Hunt, but the second ball comes out to Ferguson. Ferguson's pressured, he gives it to Thompson. Thompson comes back inside to Ferguson. Ferguson has a chance to cross. He does cross, doesn't get past the first man. Again, it's Hunt who dives to head it clear. Turnbull picks it up just in front of us here. Turnbull's going to have the chance to cross. He does cross it. Good ball. Beck's under it. And Cartman's going to stick it just past the post. I was about to say Cartman's going to stick it in the goal. The assistant referee's flag had stayed down. The ball went into the box, and Beck and some defenders challenged for it, and it almost came through back to Cartman there.
17 for 11 coming on for Curzon.